Hi, welcome. It's been a hot minute since I really made anything. Well, no, that's a lie. Since I've made a video, that was kind of fun. You know, it's just been over a year, almost a year, a couple months. Yeah, I just got really busy with life, school, work, and all that jazz. But I haven't actually stopped drawing or anything. I have been drawing. That's fun. I feel like I've actually improved a lot. Whoa, who would have thought? Uh, but yeah, I'm just kind of here, and I would like to get back into this, ease my way back into the YouTube sphere in a very not schedule orientated or dedicated way. Just how, everything functions and how life is functioning. I am a full-time worker, I am a full-time student, and life. We're still in a fun little, how should I call it? A fun little panini still. Woo, let's go, 2021. But yeah, I thought I'd just kind of ease in with a nice and easy video and just kind of go back and look at my old digital art, since comparing my older art to my newer art is very jarring. And I don't know about all of you, I think I've mentioned it before, but I love going back into my old art and pulling back ideas and just redrawing them to see how much I've improved. However, usually when I do that, I do it with all my traditional art because I just have so much. I have, let's see, it's about 2 shelves full equal of old traditional art, starting from the age of maybe like 2 to now, so 21. It's a lot of years, but digitally I didn't start drawing till about 2017 or so. There are a few like odd tidbits, as you may or may not see beforehand. I think 2014, when I was going through some, I don't know, like shops, but I didn't actually start till 2017, and I actually have a video of one of my first digital arts and redrawing that, so I don't know, maybe I'll link that. Oops, plug, I guess, I don't know. But anyway, let's cut to the chase and let's get into my file for my old digital art. Okay, so if my mic has suddenly changed quality and you hear like bumps and such, that is just because I switched to a different headphone so I can get a clear recording. Headphone, geez, microphone. Okay, so this is my 2013 through 2014 folder. This is when I believe I was going through different shops at my high school, and some of these were just out of boredom, and one of the shops I did take though was graphic and design, so I actually have 2 drawings here that I made with a tablet in graphic and design for like my 1 week. Everything else was done by mouse. I believe we'll get to it, but like also a lot of these were made in like MS Paint, so that's a grandiose time. You may or may not know this, but I was a huge, well, I still kind of am, comic book fan. I love comics. I like reading them. I tried making one, but one of my, obviously my entry point was the DC animated universe, and my favorite was Batman Beyond, of course, because Terry McGinnis owns my heart. We love that character archetype, bad boy, heart of gold, rebellious, also he has a cool suit. So this is like old school art. I called this phase like the lollipop head phase because, can I zoom? Oh yes. Because I used to draw huge heads, little stick bodies, and huge feet and like huge hands. I don't know. It was a phase. Who knows? But dang, you can't even tell he is, oh, barely. You can barely tell that this is a different color than the black. Whoa. Okay. I need to learn some color theory. Actually, that's a lie. I still don't know color theory, but I'm guessing that's me. You can still see like the lollipop thing. No, I've never actually really watched Adventure Time. I just like the aesthetic and the art, but I never watched it. I still haven't. I still like fan art of it. Oh, this is cute. Oh, I remember this. I made this in programming. Well, obviously. I don't know what system we were using, but you couldn't do layers. So this whole thing is made on one layer, and it's probably very obvious. Doing the one layer challenge unintentionally, and not the best. I do believe I redrew this in like a big sketch dump type of thing. Oh, this was definitely made in MS Paint. Probably messing around in MS Paint, and I'm like, this looks good. You could tell that I used like a circle tool. I still draw ears the same though, terribly, and like this is a nice like softer brush. I think this was made when I was in graphics too. I don't know, there's not much to say about it. God, look at the ears though. I still can't draw ears. They're ears and noses. I absolutely hate drawing them. I still can't do like a solid, nice, clean line, but at least now I found a brush that allows me to not make it look very obviously bad. Sonic. I still can't draw Sonic. Space. Also drawn with a tablet, probably in graphics. I think we were learning how to do overlays. So this was my first ever like overlay. It looks cool. I like the concept. I tried redrawing it at one point and I absolutely hated it. At one point I wanted to make a Simbler. If you don't know what that is a Sims Tumblr. Because I love The Sims, and especially during this period, I was like, man, I want to have a dedicated Tumblr blog. That blog no longer exists, and if it does, it's not me, so... look how I do my naming conventions now. Kind of dramatic. It's very black canvas, everything's drawn in white. Snowing. I wonder if it's the snow girl again, just in a deeper, darker type of depression type of thing. And this is just labeled with tablet. I don't hate it. It's pretty cute. I won't lie. I don't think my art is ugly. Especially like in this era where I'm like 13, 14 years old. I've never taken like a proper art class, except for like the mandatory school one. But even then, my teacher didn't force us to do like realism or anything. She was cool with anime. She never discouraged like anime influence or that. So I mean, I can't argue, and I bet if I did this traditionally, the penciling might not have been or the line art might not have been that bad. So here is my 2017 art. I did a little better. Here, I actually labeled the months. So this technically was my first drawing ever, and digitally in Fire Alpaca. Wow, first try Fire Alpaca. Wow, wait. Fist treat. Fire Alpaca. I didn't know how to change the canvas, and I didn't know how to use any of the tools. That's why there's all this empty space. Doesn't look terrible. I have redrawn him a few times. I was neck deep in the Voltron fandom at the time. This is, I think, around when season 1 came on air. We were all hype. It was amazing. I had a fairly popular blog because of it. I mean, I don't think it's terrible, but you can clearly tell I don't know how to flip the canvas. I didn't really care. Don't know proportions, I still don't, but I think I've gotten a little better at it because his face looks really smooshed. The hand, still can't draw hands, but I think I can mask them a little better than that. It's... I don't hate it. Again, don't know how to change the canvas. I like how I attempted colored line art. I just didn't know how to properly do it. It blends in so much, it kind of doesn't even look like it's lined. I mean, it looks like it's lined, but badly. It looks like I just used the darkest shade to line, but I didn't. I'm actually like a few hues off. Oh, does it say? No. But I didn't make this dark enough to the point where it's obviously different. This is like my first drawing, I guess digitally, of Candy. Look at me attempting a background. You can clearly tell I put a JPEG over this. Oh my gosh, it's so pixelated. This is clearly supposed to be like sunset. You're gonna notice I don't draw backgrounds, like at all. I mean, kudos to me for trying to draw a sunset, but also like, I want the sun getting through the lines, but only have it on the ground and not like in between the actual fences. And I didn't put any overlays over Candy to indicate that there's a different lighting source. Like you could tell the sun is going from like up here. Usually like when it's dusk, dawn, or like nighttime, there's usually like a type of hue that you can use to make it indicate that like, oh yeah, it is getting darker, the light is changing and all that, but I didn't know how to do that, or I just didn't care. She looks like she's flipping us off. Oh no! Still don't know how to crop the canvas, but this is cute. It's kind of stiff and I don't know what's going on with this arm. But it's cute, it's romantic. Oh, I have a lot of missing pixels right there. Yikes. But you can clearly tell that I'm learning mostly at this point kinda how to use Alfire Alpaca in drawing. So that's nice, you know? These are some of my Pokemon OCs. Wow, actually, look, it's Troy and Noah. So that's Noah. Clearly, it looks like him, but that's Troy. Yeah, so it's kind of weird, you know? Now the one that looks like this design is now Luke. Luke has the blue hair and has the mom with the scar. Troy, it has magenta hair and it's a lot tanner. So this is like really old school of some of my OCs, my Pokemon OCs. I weirdly like how his head is turned up and it doesn't look terrible. This is a Lance with a ferret because me and an online friend had this headcanon that Lance would own a ferret. It's my original icons for my art blog. My name wasn't originally Cloudy Whales, it was Scribble Lamb. Yeah. I don't know why. I was into Scribble Lamb and then I was like, I actually don't. Because a lot of people usually refer to other people by their their username or like a part of their username. I was like, I don't want people calling me Scribble because that's so generic, but I don't want people calling me Lamb. I don't know, it just makes me feel a little weird. So I was like, I need to change the first part and I was like, well, I like clouds. So I changed my name to Cloudy Lambs. But I was like, that doesn't flow. So then I decided to do Cloudy Whales, because I like whales. I mean, they're cool. I like sea life. Sea life is really awesome and like fun to look at. So yeah, this is one of my first icons. It's Sabrina. She looks cute. This must have been one of the early on ones. She's so angry. Why are you so angry? Invictus? No. Oh, I can't color in the lines. I still can't color in the lines. What am I saying? Troy and Noah at a gathering. This doesn't happen anymore. Well, really, but look at them. They're trying. They're trying not to be cute and blushy, but here they are. I actually was really proud of this because I made a giant crowd shot and I was like, whoa, I can't do crowds. And I was like, how do you do backgrounds? How do you make a crowd shot without it being obvious? And I was like, oh, I'll just make everyone in the crowd not have lines because that's like a thing. This girl's wearing a two-piece. I mean, go ham, girl. There's like a texture on the apples. That's kind of weird. I don't know why I would do that. To make them... Actually, I don't hate it, but it kind of throws you off when nothing else is really textured. Gosh, look at these. Oh, I did the back boards and the front boards on different layers. Oh, that's really weird. I mean, it kind of works, but it's weird. I don't like the bushes. Why are these like all fuzzy? The hat, the striped hat thing though, that actually translated into what Delphi looks like now. Now this must have been one of the later drawings because it's cropped. I have a better handling on how to do like backgrounds. I have better lining. I mean, it's not fantastic, but much better lining. I still cannot do the colored line art, but it's not so bad. Like I got it on the hair and I got it on the jacket. It looks like it's just the skin. It's always the skin. I can never do the skin. Design sheets. Whoa. Kind of chibi design sheets. The arms are super long. I mean, I still draw fairly long arms, but it looks kind of funky. Like this, it seems kind of weirdly stylized, but I don't hate it. It looks like something that you would like character design in one of those old web browser type of social games, kind of like Club Penguin and all that jazz, where you can customize. I don't know, I don't hate it, but the thick outline definitely was a choice, and the proportions. Okay, this was a drawing meme with my online art friend. These are my two OCs, and that is their OC. I don't remember their names. I just remember he was super tall and a himbo and a pretty boy. He was short and grumpy and couldn't convey his feelings properly, and she was a super tall, cool alien who was very dramatic. This is an art meme type of pose. I remember a lot of people were doing them back then, and we were like, yo, let's do it. So we did, and this is what it was. If I can find the actual meme, I will put it on the screen. I probably can. I think people still draw them. It's fun. I highly recommend drawing an art meme. So I was a Heath and Hans shipper. These were my main ships, and this is just them on the beach. I don't hate this. I like how I slowly started getting more bold with backgrounds, and like, I literally just did not care at all how good or bad the art looked, I guess. Well, no, I did care, but I didn't care enough because his eyes are two completely different sizes. Those arms look really goofy. Hunk's eyes are like, his eyebrows are completely falling off. Yeah, it just looks very uneven. It, like, even if you did like the flip canvas test, it would still look bad. I forget what YouTuber used to do this because I watched all the Fire Alpaca tutorials, but I think it was Leslie Lou Marie. I think so. They did the blue. They would color everything in blue first, then color everything in. So then if you scrolled in, you would notice if anything was like a blue or not. Like right here. Except I never scrolled in. I gotta blur part of this. But it's okay, so there's a book series called Timekeeper, and I absolutely love it. I don't want to go full in depth, but it was I don't like reading a lot. I prefer like fact-based type of books and all that. But there are a few like stories that I'll dive into. Like, I absolutely love 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Tale of Two Cities, anything Edgar Allan Poe. Absolutely fantastic. But more contemporary type of stuff, I just have a really hard time getting into. And then I was out with one of my old friends, and we were like, oh, whatever, like, pick up a book. And the cover just caught my eye, so I picked it up, and I was like, wow, okay. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna read it. And so I did, and I really like it. And I have the whole series. I have some opinions about the third book, but the first two I really liked, and so I made fan art of it, and no one knows what this series is. It's cute right here. Oh, he's adorable. Okay, so this is a piece that was supposed to be bigger than I actually made it, and I'm pretty sure I cropped it and posted it just like this. I don't know why in some areas I just straight up didn't color the line art. I mean, I know some people do that, like they'll leave the outside not colored and then the inside colored, and I honestly think it looks fantastic, but here it doesn't really make any sense. It looks like I just completely forgot to do it, which there's a high chance I did, or I couldn't get away with it, so I was like, oh no. Actually, wait, the line art is the same color as the shading. So did I just not do it because I thought you wouldn't see the detail? Oh, honey. So these are some random character doodles. I still do random character doodles. Oh, wait, there we go. See, it's like the inside is colored line art, the outside's not. I think this stuff looks really nice, especially depending on like whose style and all that. Like, this doesn't look terrible, but I mean, it looks kind of terrible, but it doesn't look terrible. This is like a Grease AU for Hans. Isn't that cute? I think it was for Valentine's Day. This is adorable. I still kind of like that. Geez, these ruffles. Holy cow, look at these. Nice way to convey that the shirt is supposed to be popping out without actually drawing the shirt popping out. No big deal. Yeah, I didn't know how to draw clothes, and I still kind of don't know how to draw clothes, but here they're literally skin tight, and except for like certain areas, like around the hands, obviously around the neck, but then you get like here, and it doesn't actually convey that they're wearing clothes. It only looks like they're kind of painted on. Oh, here is Lance in one of my prom dresses. Wow, look at that. Because this was a thing for a while, drawing Lance in a dress. I don't know if this is classified as one of the bad parts of the fandom, when people would just like totally feminize Lance. It kind of went over my head, in all honesty, because I didn't realize like, oh, Lance and Keith, let's ultra feminize Lance. And like when we're shipping them and all that, I think it kind of went over my head. I didn't realize it. So when I made this, I was just kind of like, oh, everyone else is drawing Lance in dresses. I'll put Lance in my prom dress and have these mashed potatoes for the background. Amazing. All right, my one mermaid entry. Amazing. I used an overlay, clearly. I kind of like, though, how since I used 2 different colors for the line art, it kind of just blends in at one point. Like, that looks kind of rad. Here, I would have probably maybe used a different outline color to lighten it up so the hands stick out more, since this is a dark area and the hands are lined darkly. But not bad, honestly. A little empty, a little sad, but good. It works. This is another pairing OC type of thing. So these are my OCs, obviously. Cotton and Candy. This is from the Heathers. And then these were OCs that I made with my online friend. This was my OC, Jamie, because, oh, let's be real, I like himbos. So Jamie was kind of big and dumb and just like soft boy. And then I don't know what the OC's name was for my friend, but they were edgy and also like I can't admit my feelings and just a small little angry boy. I actually redrew this and I was really proud of the redraw. These are just random characters and I was like, whoa. I still can't draw metal. Look how terribly I drew metal here. I think I looked at a tutorial and they're like, oh, you need to have like hards and softs when you're making metal. Which makes sense, and I still try, but I don't know. This just looks bad. It looks really bad. Oh, this is cute. Okay. I'm going hardcore on the soft shading. This looks terrible. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Usually when you see like people being like, oh, this is my old art, it seems like it's the other way around. Like they go like super soft and then they go to like the hardcore shading. But here it looks like I'm going in reverse. I did the cell shading, but then I was like, oh, let me use like a soft brush. Like, look at his ear. It doesn't, the coloring doesn't match up with the, oh my god. No. Maybe if it was a different brush, it wouldn't look that bad, but it just doesn't work. This is more Voltron. I don't know what I did with this, but this looks cool. I don't know, it looks painted or like a marble and it's like I have no clue what the heck I did with this. Oh, here are some more sketches. Oh my god! It's Troy! Look at him! Oh, and it's lineless. That's actually not that bad looking, but look at that! It's the modern Troy. Well, kinda. Oh, the way he looks like. Modern Troy doesn't look like this. Especially when he's younger. He's obviously, like I said before, he's tanner. He's way heavier than here, too. But this is what he looks like in my game, so that makes sense. This was based off of someone's drawing of Alora in a suit. I don't remember whose. I will definitely like show their profile on the screen. I will definitely find who. I did tag them in it because I really liked their design of Alora in a suit, so I was like, let me make it too. Tower of Terror, my favorite Disney ride. Wanted to make characters and ghosts based off of the ones that died. I actually really like this design right here. She's really cute. We got a cute little angel, and we got a little devil, just some random characters. I like the geometric thing I tried doing. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I wanted to make it like an outline or like have people use it for an icon, but I don't hate it. Look, I'm doing the little black outside thing. I don't like, it's so cute. I don't know. I do like these a lot though. These guys are cute. Whoa, some Code Lyoko art. Look at Sissy. Oh no. I like the color palette, but I just absolutely hate how I drew her. I mean, I definitely improved on drawing them, I would hope. It's been a couple years, but you never know. Some people could absolutely hate how I draw them. Oh, this is our OCs dressed up as Sonic and Shadow. Oh no! Oh god, this is fucking terrible. But in a good way. It's terrible in a good way. Honestly, I would totally redraw some of my own OCs like this. I don't know. Do I technically own this OC? Do I? I don't know. I think I do. We'll never know. I don't know. Victor from Yuri on Ice. I think this was the first art I ever posted on my Tumblr. And yeah, I love Yuri on Ice. It's good. I'm still waiting for like that movie or the next season, you know. Hello, where are my ice skaters? Please? Okie dokie. Let's go. This is Invictus's universe, just practicing some backgrounds. I actually don't hate these at all. And I think it's because of this type of specific style that I still draw Invictus in not so much of like a realistic style, but still kind of a cartoony style. Like, I guess more stylized, that's a better word for it, than trying to like put her in how I draw now. I don't know, she looks better in I guess like rounded styles, especially here. Look how cute! She's just chilling out during the winter even though she can't feel the cold. Listen to some music. Like, I don't know, I like that, that's adorable. Look at me trying to like get some shading in. Okay, this is a redraw of a little stupid comic thing I made a long time ago. I hate it. I absolutely hate this. I mean, it's not terrible, but I clearly don't know what I'm doing. Look how big Danny's hair is. Jeez. I like the glowing effects and how the line art matches that. Oh my god. It's just, I don't know. This is something that I should remake again. I love you, bro. I shouldn't be laughing. I love you, bro. I actually separated this and colored it in a different thing. Whoa, the eyes. The eye size difference. Oh my god. Actually, where is that? There it is. I mean, she's adorable, but like, oh my god, the eyes. Little basketball. Okay, that's kind of funny. This was my daddy. This was the guy I played as. I don't remember his name because it's been a couple years, but that was my MC. Okay, so these I guess are like Invictus's old doodles. Perry does not have red and orange eyes. She has green eyes now. Her design hasn't really changed at all, except the grays are now whites to kind of mimic Invictus. Here, I guess I just wanted to like make her look more evil, so instead of like pure white and black, I gave her gray and black. This is still kind of her outfit, except now these little things, like these things, are now on this outfit. I don't know, if I have like a more modern photo, I'll like put that up too. This is adorable! She looks so cute! Sorry, I'm just obsessed with my own OCs. Oh my gosh, what are these? These are Invictus TV show. Okay, so she must have really liked this robot TV show. Look how cute these guys are, though. Oh my gosh. Oh, they were definitely inspired by Mega Man. And look, I improved on medals. Whoa. Okay, this was made when the new Mega Man show was announced, because I really liked the design. I know the design was kind of like weird for some people. I didn't hate it. I thought it was pretty good. Too bad the actual show, though, not my cup of tea, I guess. If it's yours, good. You know what? I'm glad that you like it. Me, not so much. Big hit for the notes, I guess, on Tumblr. It still gets notes to this day. I actually just recently redrew it as like an anniversary piece. And I love it. I still love it. I think it's adorable. I think it's cute. It's very stylized, but I don't know. I don't hate it, and it's just them looking like this. There was actually a guy who was like accusing me, I think, of like tracing. I didn't know what the heck he was talking about, and he wouldn't follow up with like any of my questions. Like, oh, I don't know, because this is just based off of like James Bond stuff, in all honesty. I don't know. Oh, it's old news. Whatever. It's in the past. It's still my favorite. I still really like how I did this. I have no idea how I did the hair. The hair is so pretty, and I just like how it's textured and stuff, and I have no idea how I did it. Okay, so this was supposed to be for a comic I was making, well, trying to make, called Pink Lemonade, and this is actually one of the base inspirations for Cloudy. You could probably tell because of the space buns and the long hair. And the outfit in general. Actually, this is one of my favorite sketchbook pages in my traditional books when I was just drawing her. And lightning hasn't been able to strike twice. I don't know. Oh, okay, so this is one of the original drawing. This one was actually for the redraw. So this is the original file. Look at it. Wow, all in its glory. I showed it off a lot in that video. Gosh, still, I have this bad background and the random flowers and there's like light in different places. I don't know. What happened to the fun shading I was doing beforehand? I don't hate it. If you want to know my full opinion, just watch it in the video. This is another one of my art pieces that kind of made it big on Tumblr and I wasn't expecting it. So there are a bunch of old 90s Pokemon commercials where pretty much they interview like Misty's friend, Ash's cousins, Ash's teacher, and they are like talking about the characters of Pokemon, but they're like real life actors, but they have like in photo frames like the anime characters, like, isn't my nephew so cute? So I wanted to draw the characters just like in anime form. So this was Misty's friend and people were like, oh, that's amazing, blah blah blah, and I was like, yeah, thanks, I should redraw it. I like the thick outline though. It's a cute design. It just doesn't really look very Pokemon-y, but I mean, maybe for like the 90s anime it works, I guess. Yeah. This was for the other channel project thing I was working on. This is for like explaining ships and different shippings. That channel still exists. There's a strong chance you might have come across one of the videos. I have no clue. And if it's gonna be one of them, it's gonna be the shipping video. People still comment on that one. It's been inactive for a while. I think it has like 100 subscribers, and when I was making this stuff for my senior project, I told my teachers, I'm like, oh, if I make it to 100 subscribers, I'll keep the channel, but now it has 100 subscribers, and I don't want to do anything with the channel. Well, I might do something with the channel. I don't know. If you find it, you find it. Oh, there's only one here. Only one drawing, and it's of space. This is a redraw of the first drawing I ever drew. Oh, should I do a comparison? Yeah, let's do a comparison. Course of a year, I pretty much figured out how to draw, which is kind of nice, you know. It's not so jarring. My lines are way more confident here. An ability I will totally lose later on. I have a better grasp on like shading. Everything kind of looks more uniform, but it looks dull. If you notice, like, I went from very bright type of neon, very light colors to kind of more desaturated. This whole desaturated thing is just going to get worse and worse as time goes on, which you will definitely notice later on, and I'm kind of bouncing back from it now. Oh, this is a redraw of something I drew. This is something I've been doing every single year. Actually, one of the fifth year redraw of this was at the beginning of this video. So, what up? They've changed a lot. It's one of my first comics. Wow. This is when Ultra Sun and Moon came out, so I started a new game with Arbella, and like everyone kept making comments about like how the protagonist just smiles deadpan at everything, and it kind of weirds me out too. I wish they did more as well, but you know, that's just how it be. If that's what Game Freak wanted to do. I don't agree fully with all of what Game Freak is currently doing, but you know. But I thought it was funny that everyone's like, oh, even when the world's ending, the protagonist is smiling, so I made a comic about it. I absolutely hate this background. I did it so lazily. She's like, I don't understand why people get upset when I smile. It's just how my face naturally rests, see? Then she's like, you know, the deadpan face. And then it's the world ending and she's still just smiling and it looks absolutely terrible. Honestly, this is very relatable. In its own, you know, hindsight type of sense. This is my Alpha Sapphire team. This is Ruby, who I played as. Do I remember all their names? Oh boy. Well, I know this is Nana. Actually, wait a second, I drew these guys. Also at the beginning. The Whale Lord is SS Surfer. This is Grumpy. That's Raymond. Nana, like I said, she's chill. That's Zuzu. And that's Puffball. Actually, Puffball, okay, I gender bend some of these characters. Grumpy and Puffball are both men. I don't know why I made unless Puffball was a female. I've had 3 different Lopunnies because I absolutely love Lopunny. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. This was my Kalos team. Okay, let's see. That's Lapis Lazuli, that's Sol, that's Aaron, that's Azure, that's Eclair, and that's just Mawile. Never gave Mawile a name. And that's Noah. That's how I dressed, you know, it'd be like that. This is my original Y team. That's Sabrina. Okay, let's see. We got Shmoo. We got, I think that's also Pumpkin Latte. I would repeat the names a lot. That's Avanis. He is actually the first Pokemon I have ever gotten to level 100, and I'm so proud. That's Sir Lucario. That's, I think I named him like Squish. That's Squish. And that's Cubert. This was an art meme where you're supposed to take an emoji and put it in your art, but I didn't know how to do it. So I literally just drew a character with the emoji on her shirt, and I tried really hard to have perspective. It didn't really work, but I liked the effort of the background. Like, look at those curtains. And we have this absolutely horrifying Invictus. Her face is so dead. Like, this looks like a bootleg of my own character, except I drew the bootleg. So we got like a girl with an alien mask type of thing. I think this is a cool design. Like, I like the concept. There's Dill. He's one of my superhero OCs. He has stretchy powers. He doesn't wear the suit anymore, but I don't know. I think this is a fun page to make. I like how it's like breaking out, and I like tried really hard to make it look poppy. Okay, this was for the Buddy Bonanza, for Mr. Buddy. Basically, you take an existing character and you buddyize it for his universe. Buddyizing kind of means you get really friendly and happy, and you dress like you're from the 1950s, but it's actually an evil Pokemon group. I highly recommend checking out those videos. Link them, I'll try, but you can also just look up Mr. Buddy Evil Team, and you'll probably find it. I believe mine got an honorable mention. I was so close. I was like, no, because I think if you won, your character or your character design would be put in the game. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that would be so cool. So I did put mine in, and I got like an honorable mention. I mean, it's really cool. And also seeing my thing in the video, I was like, whoa! And people really liked my Kirby design. I don't know, that's the moment where I was like, whoa, this is fun. People like my drawings. And as you can see, there is a major shift in how I drew. I kind of skipped a couple months because I mostly switched back to traditional at this point and did digital very minimally, but this is when I was heading to the right path, and then 2019, I just sucked. This is my Ultra Moon team. I'm actually missing one because I ended up catching a Golden Altaria, and of course I put that on my team, but I caught him after I made this, so I believe it's him. Yeah, but I'll tell you, his name is Yen. He's a Golden Altaria. He's amazing. If I bother taking a snapshot and putting it up, I will. But overall, we have Saki, Ari, Tomomi, because this is actually, like, I actually got a female Litten, and I was like, whoa, that's so cool. Pico, and Haruka. So, obviously, Incineroar, Rabombi, Leafeon, Alolan Pikachu, Lopunny. Oh god, I just love Lopunny. I'm sorry. It's such a cute Pokemon. It's so adorable. These are just some other OCs I had. They were for like a pig story type of thing I was making. She's the original, then it goes to him, and then it goes to her. Ophelia, Aziz, and Madeline, and they're getting ice cream. I actually still really like these, you know. Madeline's eyes are a little far apart, but I just really think it's so cute how I drew them. And then they have their sidekicks, who are the reverse colors, where it's Olive, Casimir, and Sterling. They have their own little ice creams. And of course, like, the circle thing is in the back. I drew the circle thing because I really like the vaporwave aesthetic. I just don't have the time or effort to actually try and learn to draw it, you know? But I still love these. I think everyone looks absolutely adorable. And I think this is when I started actually coloring in the noses. Because I don't think I did that before. And also that leather doesn't look too bad. Look at me go. It's the bedroom. I absolutely love this lamp design, and I try to shove it in as much stuff that I draw as possible. Or like you have like a plant inside of it. I can't explain what it is exactly that I love. Same with like the rope around the plants thing. I don't know if I would ever actually have it myself in my house. Because I have cats and they eat plants. But yeah, and this was like an attempt at a bedroom. I think this looks good. This stuff also looks pretty good. I just don't know how to fill the space, and that's what catches me off guard. It's Madeline and Sterling meeting up in like a little forest. This background took so long because of all the little like bushes, but this is the first time I think really that I drew bushes and like trees that are not in that mashed potato block form. So I honestly can't dig at it too much, because this was the first step on, hey, maybe change how you draw bushes, and I was so proud of this at the time, and I still really like it. Again, though, I don't know what to do with the empty space over here, and also the bushes could have been a little higher. I don't think I need to explain this at all. It is a chicken drinking a frappuccino. Okay, so here is another one of the redraws. I did a more realistic Alolan Meowth, and I wish I could say why, but I really can't. I'm not the biggest fan of this one, but it's better than this one in 2019 were actually the worst ones. I hate them with a passion. I also just don't know how to do side profiles. I still struggle with them, but it's not as bad as like how Noah's looking right here. Here's a lineless art of Sterling. Not terrible. I don't hate it. I think it kind of works, you know. I wish I went full lineless though and didn't put the lines over the eyeballs. That would have been kind of nice, but you know, I don't really do lineless, so I think it's a good effort, and at least you could tell like where there's a difference in shading and brightness. This is part of my Journey of Background series that has evolved and changed and did all that stuff. But look, there it is again! The ropes on the circle thing, but this time with a flower. This was such an improvement on backgrounds that versus that other one with Ophelia. I was so proud of myself, and I still really like it. I like how it adds character. I wish I just did the shading a little bit differently. I like the blinding red lights. That's pretty cool. It does, I think it lacks texture. Like the walls just look really flat to me, and you wouldn't even notice that they're walls. I don't know, they kind of blend in with everything that's just kind of hanging around. Like all the other stuff is so dark and sticks out that there's no shadows on the wall, that it just looks like everything's hanging there. Overall though, I still like it, and you can get an idea for all of his, for a lot of like Theo's character traits. I went through a bit of a rebirth Club Penguin phase. So this is me drawing Cloudy as a Club Penguin character. Oh my god, I actually still really love this. I tried mimicking the style so much, and I had both this umbrella and this dress because I had a bunch of plushes and I got it for free from like the little treasure book, you know? And I would wear them all the time. I just actually really still love this. Is that too ironic? Is that like too weird to say? I don't know. God, I miss Club Penguin. Another one of Journey of Backgrounds. This one was very risque for me to draw, but also I just really like the background because I tried something kind of new. I didn't do like the individual like type of leaves. I did more broader, but I still tried to like present like, oh, these are trees, just kind of like blobby, and I really don't hate it. I think it presents what I want to see very well. I tried doing like different lighting on the skin. See, like there's like, it's kind of hard to see, but like, oh, there's supposed to be like catch lights. The rock I think looks pretty cool too. there's a lot going on, even though it's very simplistic. I think I would try to draw this one again if I ever wanted to, but I don't know if I want to. So this is the introduction of my girl Zarina. Honestly, looking at her like this, comparing her to how I last drew her, where she's about to like kick Solomon, it's really jarring and really, like, I don't want to say scary, but like really intense how much my art has changed in about, I don't know, like 3 years or so. 2, because this is like late 2018, I think, or am I 2019? I don't know, but it's really jarring to see how much it's evolved and changed, and how I kind of got out of the whole, hey, desaturation, that's the way to go, that's how you color. This one doesn't actually look too bad. It's very bright, and that's kind of nice. And I think, yeah, I used a textured brush, but because I used a textured brush, don't zoom in, you'll see all the flaws. Like, yikey. Yikey. You really want to notice it from this far away, but up close, yeah, there's holes everywhere. Okay, so these are my superhero OCs. I tried drawing them in like a formation for like mock comic book covers. We have Alice, Dottie, Wendy, Oliver, again, Toby, and Dill. These 2 are the oldest ones, but they appeared in my sketchbooks first a long time ago, and obviously you guys saw Dill earlier. These guys are kind of newer. Alice can turn her body into crystal. Dottie doesn't have powers, kind of till later, where she can write and draw things out, and it comes to life. Wendy has reality warping powers that kind of are like glitches in the system, like glitching reality. Oliver can shrink and grow his mass and size to whatever he desires. Toby is a speedster. Dill, like I said, is stretchy. This is them just looking cute, you know, like, oh no, there's a ghost. And in my head, I had a scenario where it was like eating spaghetti and then it threw it at them. That's why they're like, oh, I didn't like spaghetti. But, you know, me being like, oh, this is so hilarious. But there's no context, so it's not funny. We got Rockhopper, but as a human, and I did the friendship bracelet in his hair, you know, for like a braid. As like a nice little Easter egg. He is a pirate. This is, I think, based off his newer design, not his OG, just straight up red design. It would have been kind of cool if I gave him the red jacket, but I wanted to go with the newer one. This was my first drawing in Clip Studio Paint, and I actually, a lot of these drawings were in Clip Studio Paint, not Fire Alpaca, because I actually bought Clip Studio at this point. I don't use it now, but yeah, this was one of my first drawings in Clip Studio. I think she's cute. I just wish she didn't look so choppy, but that's just because I didn't use the right brush. Again, like every time. And we got some Sonic OCs. These guys are old school. I think that's Roxy. I think he's called Nuke. They're obviously fully clothed, so they're kind of more like rocker. I don't think they're evil. They're probably like helping Sonic, but they just are a little rebellious, you know? These are some old Kingdom Hearts OCs, just redrawn to be more modern. I think they are so cute, and I still really love how they turned out. I feel like they have enough of like that modern Kingdom Hearts look where they wouldn't look too out of place, but also like old school type of Kingdom Hearts look where it's like, wow, that's an excessive amount of belts, you know? Ugh, God, I actually just recently redrew like this kind of character lineup, and Ariel looks so much better, same with Duncan, and Esmeralda to an extent. Like, oh god, they look terrible here. I just hate it. Oh, here are some holiday themed chibis. I actually still really like these. Going from like, I absolutely hate my main way of drawing to, oh, chibis, they're so cute. So I feel like this is like a clear example of why I don't like some of my late 2019, 2020, early 2020 art, because everything is very like, I don't know, there isn't any difference in pen, so it all is kind of like the same, I don't know, the same pressure, so it doesn't change that much. And then you have well, of course you have like limited ones, but then the coloring itself, it's not really that interesting, and it doesn't really offer anything to really look at, and plus it does look a bit dull until you get to like whites or like really bright colors, but even then, like the yellow is not popping out. It's a very dull pastel yellow. And I tried like emphasizing certain things, like he has an emphasized cheekbone right here on the nose, it's emphasized. He has like the little round right here, but also has the nostril. Like, but then in other points it's very blocky and doesn't have detail, like the knees, the hands, the hair even to an extent. It's still very blocked out. So I don't know, it's just like, it just looks bad to me. And I feel like I'm allowed to say that. Like, look at this. Look at that. It just looks bad. And I couldn't figure out like, oh, do I want to lean more towards realistic or do I want to lean more towards like stylized? So I tried doing both and it just looks like really bad early 2000s anime when made by Western studios where they couldn't really get the style down, but they're like, it's supposed to look like this. Yeah, that's kind of it for all that. Well, thank you for sticking around for some of my old art. Hopefully you can see the improvement like I can, and I don't know, love to see or hear about your art journey. I love looking through old sketchbook tours or old art tours, so leave your favorites down below, and yeah, have a good one.